the Baldwinsville Bees girls basketball team. I love how it gets really silent, and then the cheers come in. So the Bees, you can't see this, but it's like a hive. That right off screen, we have your entire team staring at you. So I'm here with two of the captains here. We're going to have all the captains on the broadcast here today. So happy to have Sierra and Nela with me. Give them a round of applause, please. Start things off here. So Sierra and Natoli, as well as Nela Loftin, here with me on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We're going to talk about the season, and we'll get into some other things. We'll get into rapid fire, where we get to put each other on the hot seat, and we'll have some fun with that. So, Nela, I'll start with you. Of the hive that's staring at you right now,
okay,
which bee has the best sting? Who has that attitude that's just like...
I'm going to have to say Natoli for that one. Pretty easy answer.
All right. Why Natoli?
I mean, she's feisty on the court. You know?
She's feisty
She's
on
a
the
point
court.
guard. It's good, though. We need
All
that.
right. Feisty on the court.
Yeah.
All right, Sierra. Who would you say has the best sting?
I would also say Natalie. She's pretty
Okay.
feisty, but also I feel like Maddie too a little bit. She's a beast on defense, and she's always getting the steals. So
Okay. Who's that silent bee? The one that doesn't buzz, the one that's super quiet, the one that plays well on the court, but maybe never yells, never gets too high, too low. Sierra, who's the silent bee?
low-key Neela.
Yeah, I don't open my mouth.
Yeah, she's pretty quiet, but
So you would pick yourself too?
Yeah.
All right. Why so quiet?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, look at the ball occasionally. They know to pass to me.
Okay, fair enough. We have Coach right off screen, and we know that here on the show we always do a tell me something good about each other and about Coach. So, Coach Kathy Morse, what would you say, Nela, is your favorite thing about Coach?
I think she pushes us, honestly, especially these last couple practices. Got a big game tomorrow. Been doing a lot of running, a lot of preparing, but I think it's going to pay off tomorrow.
Okay, so she pushes you.
Yeah.
Sierra, what would you say about Coach?
she's pretty encouraging and stuff like that.
Pretty
Yeah,
encouraging.
she pushes us to do better in practice, and she's always helping us out, telling us like what to do better and how to improve ourselves.
Favorite memory of Coach up to this point, Sierra?
I don't know. Me and Coach go way back. But I don't know. I'd say probably like just yeah. Last couple of weeks, she's been my math teacher, so us in math class is pretty good dynamic duo. So
Okay.
I'd have to say that.
Is she a better coach than math teacher or math teacher than coach?
I don't know. She's pretty good with numbers, but her coaching skills probably top.
All right, fair enough. Neil, what can you say your favorite memory is about Coach?
I don't know, honestly. Yeah, that was really fun. So
What
we
is
had
this?
a team trip to Florida this year.
Okay.
So it was me, two of my other teammates, Liv and Medea, and Coach, and we all rode the Spider-Man ride.
Okay, so you went to Universal.
Yep.
So you are the second coach in the community that didn't invite me to Universal this year. I was just down in Universal for the first time in, I don't even know, it's got to be over a decade. But I always go on all those rides. Unfortunately, you can't really tell, but I've sustained a neck injury in like late November. So I'm healing from that, so I can go on any roller coasters. And I love roller coasters. Did you do any roller coasters?
No.
No?
That's not me. Sierra, though.
Okay, did you do them?
Yeah, I'm a big roller coaster girl.
All right, what did you go? What's the last roller coaster you've been on?
Probably the Velociraptor and
Okay.
Universal.
All right. So the Velocicoaster, I've heard is good.
Yeah.
How would you describe? I've never been on it, so.
It gets your adrenaline rushing. It's like it goes like really fast and it slows down. So I'd say it's probably like top one roller coasters.
Okay. So the Velocicoaster now, what I need to know is, are there raptors on the ride?
The Raptor is a ride. It's like you're riding on the. It's like
Oh, okay.
riding
So
on
you're
it.
supposed to feel like you're on the raptor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the Velocicoaster, I feel like Universal owes me money at this point, because we have overly talked about the Velocicoaster because of everybody that's been on it recently.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your favorite roller
Yeah.
coaster?
Yeah.
All right. Neela, what's your favorite ride if it's not roller coasters?
We went on the Mummy, which is definitely my favorite.
Which is a roller coaster.
Yeah.
How'd they get you on that one?
Well, I was inside. I couldn't see the falls. So
Okay. All right.
yeah, it definitely helped.
But that, I mean, like, is that the first, okay, of all roller coasters, is that the only one you've ever been on?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done like Space Mountain.
Because I'm gonna say, like, the Mummy, if that's I don't do roller coasters, but I did the Mummy, if you could do that one, you could do a lot of that. That one's forward, backward.
Right.
There's that one part, though, when you're looking at the screen, and there's all those bugs that in the movie go underneath your skin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought at that point they were going to make them, like, come at you and feel like they're on you, which I'm happy they didn't do that.
Me too.
So, but you went through, I mean, there's like a ring of Mummy fire the mouth. You did all of that.
Yeah.
But you don't like roller coasters.
No.
So, I gotta call Bull on that, because if you did the Mummy, you did something. So, how did this come about that there's a trip with Coach to Universal?
I mean, we started fundraising last year. Did a lot of fundraising over the summer, preseason, and then ended up the trip got canceled, and it got postponed, and we finally were able to go this year. So it's kind of our story.
Fair enough. Speaking of a trip, a journey, so to speak, this season so far, how would you describe it, Neela?
It's gone by faster than I thought, honestly. Like thinking like we're definitely more than halfway now. Sectional is coming up pretty soon. Like we start in November, but it feels, I don't know, it went by fast.
Best memory so far? Of this season specifically?
Probably Florida, just the hangouts at our hotel. They were fun.
Okay, all right. Do you have a favorite game so far?
I don't know. Maybe like FM. I feel like we played them good the first time, but I feel like the second time we really like showed them. You know, like, yeah.
All right, fair enough. Sierra, do you have a favorite this season moment so far?
I'd probably say Florida, and like us taking on the parks. That was pretty one.
Okay.
Just going around and just like, I don't know. I feel like Florida just brings everyone's like excited side. So.
When was
everyone's
this
pretty happy.
trip? What time around was
It
it?
was right before Christmas, like the week before.
Oh, okay. So it was cold up here. So y'all were down there. And probably the same time I was down there. I find that disrespectful. But because I was at Universal, I actually went with my dad because we hadn't been to Universal since I was like little. So we got to enjoy it, but I was down there, last week? And it was 37 degrees at night in Florida, which was so weird because that's what it was here. I mean, today, the high here was the low there, but it should never be under 60 degrees in Florida. However, the time of year that you guys went down was probably nice because you could like wear sweatshirts and relax. It wasn't too hot, was it? No. So how long were we down there for, Sierra? How long?
Like a week.
A week?
Yeah.
That's really nice that you guys got to do that. I will not name my high school, but they didn't bring me to Florida. So, for you, favorite basketball memory this season, Sierra?
I mean, there's a lot, but I don't know, probably just like practicing and playing with all my friends. Like at this point, we're basically family, so it's been fun.
So, in a family, there's characters.
Oh, 100%.
So, who in the family, Sierra, is the biggest baby? Who's the child of the family?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Liv's our little baby. We all just like, she's just like the little cutie on the team. Everyone just like kind of backpacks her.
Okay, all right. Neela, who's the mom of the team of one of your teammates?
I'm gonna say between Medea and Bree, honestly.
Okay, why?
I mean, I feel like Bree's just always got everything, and then Medea keeps everyone in check, which is good.
Okay. All right. Who on the team, Neela, would you trust with your life?
Ooh. Maybe Pulky. I don't know if that's smart, but...
Okay. All right, why?
I mean, we were on the team 2 years ago together, so I feel like I have the longest connection with Pulky.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sierra, who would you not trust with your life on the team?
Oh, definitely not.
Okay. Why?
She It'd probably just get me in some trouble.
All right, fair enough. So, of this season, we talked about moments that mean a lot to you. That moment of adversity that you think has taught this team how to grow the most, Sierra, what moment would that be?
Wait, what was the question? Sorry.
The moment of, I know it's not a Velocicoaster question, but the moment of adversity that you feel like taught the team the most up to this point.
I feel like when we lost against New Hartford, it was kind of just like a little bit of a setback because like we knew that we could beat them, but like we kind of just all took that in, and then we lost them, and then we went on a good winning streak, and then we lost to a team in Florida, which kind of another setback, but we just kind of like we took that setback in and we just like advanced back on it or something.
Nela, what's your moment that you think was game-changing for the team this year?
I'm definitely going to say New Hartford, honestly. It was early in the season, but I think just losing that early and then winning like we did afterwards really goes to show like we faced through it well.
I know a team never wants to lose, but is there something to be said about losing earlier rather than later being a good thing for kind of a teachable moment, Nela?
I think so, yeah. I mean, I'd rather lose now than sectionals, so get it over with.
Sierra, what about you? At the time that you lose that game to New Hartford, do you feel like, as much as you don't want to go through a loss, because it was early, did it do something special for this team?
I definitely think so, because after we lost that game, we were all kind of down, and then next time we went to practice, we all picked ourselves up, and then we started winning again, so I had to hope for something.
Before we get into rapid fire, y'all have to say something nice about each other. Sierra, say something nice about Nela.
I think Neela's probably the nicest on the team. She's always looking out for everyone, so I think that's awesome.
Okay.
Thank
All right.
you.
Always looking out for everybody. Nela, tell me something good about Sierra.
I think Sierra's really funny. You say a lot of out-of-pocket things, but always make the team laugh, so for sure.
Is she funny on purpose, or does it just happen?
I think it just happens.
It just happens.
I think she just lets whatever comes to her brain.
All right. Well, from Pizza Man Pub here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora in part one of our special with the Baldwinsville Bees girls basketball team, it's time for rapid fire. We can ask each other literally anything. There's nothing pre-planned. Sierra, you get to ask me the first question.
Alright. If you were put on a private jet, who would you bring and where would you go?
How many people can I bring?
2.
If I'm on a private jet, who would I bring? I'd bring my parents. I bring them. My parents have done. Yeah, clap it up for parents. There was one awe. So no, I would bring my parents because I mean, listen, they taught me how to work hard. They helped me, kind of grow in my faith in God growing up, grow in my work ethic, grow in, dealing with adversity, handling issues. We had loss in our family really early. And well, for me, for my grandfather's passing away when my parents were in their 30s, I was 6. So, we as a family have learned a lot. We've been through a lot. And I think that if I could give back to anybody, it's got to be mom and dad. So I would do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So. And one clap. So one little one for mom and dad. All right, Sierra. That was a good question. Never been asked that one before. Okay, Sierra. All right. Let's go to music. You're going to go on tour. You get to take one of your teammates with you, and you need to tell me who you're touring with. You can pick any 3 musical acts to tour with, and one of your teammates to take with you. Who are you touring with? Who do you bring?
All right. I'd probably bring Medea, cause I don't know, we just like click. We got like good. I don't really know everyone else's music taste, but I know everybody likes Taylor Swift. But people I would probably go see, probably like Noah Khan, Drake, and probably like Justin Bieber.
Okay. So if you'll oblige me, I have this really unique Justin Bieber story of how I met him before he got big. And I met him here. So I was working at ESPN Radio at the time, which used to be on James Street, and with 93Q. And they said, hey, we got this kid coming in 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If y'all want to take a break, you can come in the room and sit with him. And I was like, yeah, well, you give me a chance to take a break from work? Yeah, I'll take a break. So we went, this kid walks in, he's tiny. Got a little mushroom haircut going on, little dude, guitar's bigger than he is. And he walks in and he sits down and he says, he talks to us for a little while and, he's got this voice like this, and he's like, I want to play a song for you guys. And I'm like, all right, cool. So there's a camera right here and I'm sitting on this side of the camera and then there's somebody on the other side and we're facing him. He starts playing what ended up being Baby. And he's playing this on the guitar and I'm like, all right, kid's not bad. And then they said, did you sign with anybody yet? And he's like, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to sign with Usher or Justin Timberlake. And I remember going like, is there another Usher and Justin Timberlake? Like, is this for real? And then they said, hey, if you want an autograph, you can get one. And I was like, why not? So I walked up to him. He, took one of his pictures and signed it to Dan, Justin Bieber, all that good stuff. I leave. I go down to Florida. I work at ESPN 1080 The Team at the time. I'm in Orlando. The kid blows up like a month into me being down there. I have his autograph, and his tickets are selling out like crazy. And I'm sitting back going like, is this really that little kid that I saw? And then apparently, I didn't see the movie, but in Never Say Never, the film of him at 93Q, where the camera, you can't see any of us, it's just on him, but where the camera was right here on my shoulder, that's in the movie. So we're actually like technically part of the movie that we were there with him. So, Beebs, where's my money at, is what I want to know. But I did get to meet him. Still have his autograph, so. All right, Neela, what's your question for me?
Okay, so I work at a pizza shop, and then we're in a pizza shop.
Yes.
So what is your ideal pizza? Like, what are your toppings? What's your go-to?
Oh, my goodness. Well, if we're here, I'm Italian and Hispanic, so I live a very awesome life. And here, I get a thing called the Sweet Heat, which has meatball on it, pepperoni, Mike's Hot Honey. They've been using Hot Honey here well before anybody else copied them. So shout out to Pizza Man for that. But yeah, it's sweet and it's spicy, so I'd probably say the Sweet Heat here. But I don't know, I mean, if just a good slice. Like if you can get me just cheese and pepperoni, I'm probably good with that. All right, Neil, I'm going to bounce this one back to you. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, every day for the next, 80 years, what are you eating?
Ooh, maybe a good sub.
Okay.
Any sandwich sub. I could get behind that.
What are you putting in the sub?
Ooh, I don't know. Maybe just cucumbers, cheese, lettuce.
Okay.
Yep, I'm vegetarian.
So you're vegetarian?
Yeah, maybe some peppers, tomatoes.
All right, so
veggies.
as a vegetarian, what's the, number one vegetable of choice? What's that thing you could put with anything?
Maybe carrots.
Carrot?
I don't know, on the side of anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think sweet potato is a good way to go,
Yeah,
too.
potatoes, yeah.
Okay, all right. Final round, Sierra, you get to ask me one.
Another one? Yeah, for real. All right, wait, what's your favorite sport?
Basketball.
Basketball?
Yeah.
If you could go to any basketball game and meet any player, what player would it be?
Well, I'm very blessed to say we've had a lot of awesome people on the show. But I'm going to pick somebody I haven't. Well, actually, so growing up my whole life, I was a Damon Stoudemire fan. I'm a Raptor fan. And Damon came on the team in '95 when the team came out. So this is how God works in my life. I wanted to meet Damon when I was 9. All this time later, in my professional career, Georgia Tech fires their coach. There's 330 some odd jobs in Division I basketball. My buddy sends me a message, says, here's Georgia Tech's new coach, Damon Stoudemire. I've covered the ACC for a decade. So who do I talk to every year? Georgia Tech. So no matter what, I was going to get to interview the guy that I've wanted to interview almost my entire life. So I get to Charlotte, and we do the ACC Operation Basketball. All 15 schools are there. sitting in the front row. I interview Damon. After I interview him, I go out and I talk to him man to man. Then we do another thing together on camera, and then I got to like shake his hand. He gave me a hug. So that was insane. So I guess like that's the one I would have picked before this past year. But I guess now it's 100% not LeBron James. But I'd probably say, I mean, if I could interview anybody living or passed away, it would be Kobe. I'd want to talk to Kobe for sure. Because I'm not a Laker fan, but I respect Kobe. So I'd probably want to hang out with Kobe for a day. All right, Sierra, let's stay with basketball. If you could pick if you're on a starting five and you can pick 4 other people to be with you professionally, who would you put on a team with you?
All right. Well, can I pick Kobe?
Yeah, you can pick whoever you want.
All right. So probably like Kobe, Zion Williams, Stephen Curry, and LeBron.
And LeBron. Boo. Just kidding. No, I got a little issue with how LeBron doesn't handle himself with character and how he walked out of a game when my team beat him. He walked out with 4 minutes left, literally put his head down, walked off the floor into the locker room, didn't shake anybody's hand. And to me, that is a terrible example for humanity.
Yeah.
So I think he's a really good player, but LeBron James, I am not a fan. And I never, if he comes on my show, it'll probably be to yell at me. We'll probably fight for a little while.
Gotcha.
All right, Neela, what do you got for me?
I feel like this is a little basic, but if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Well, I made I have an idea for a show where this character has healing powers, and I don't want to go too much into it since people steal literally everything, but there's this background of this character where he dies, and somehow he comes back to life. He knows that he died, and he awakens. He's in bed. He doesn't know how he got back there. And he's given this power that if he puts his hand on anybody, and it doesn't matter what your pain is, it could be emotional, physical, spiritual, mental, anything. If he touches you, he can take that pain from you. But the caveat of it is I had to inherit that pain. So I have to feel it before it goes away. So I take it away from you. But like if somebody had cancer, I could take the cancer out of their body, and I heal from it, but I have to feel it first. So the whole thing is like, he can't heal everybody at once because it could kill him. But how is he going to use his power? What does he use it on? And it's kind of like this really deep story that I've been working on for a while.
Yeah, it's really cool.
All right, Neela. Let's go with, if you were in the movies right now, okay, you're in the movie world. You could be in any movie universe. You could play any character. What are you jumping into today, and who are you becoming?
Probably Marvel. I mean, I haven't seen far too many Marvel movies, but I mean, the superpowers are cool, you know. Kind of want some.
Who would you want to be?
I don't know. Maybe Wonder Woman. I
Okay.
think she's cool.
Okay. All right. Wonder Woman. Nothing wrong with that. So for Sierra, for Neela, for myself, Dan Tortora, we're going to take a quick step aside online. We'll be back momentarily with more from the BVille Bees girls basketball.